I long ago came to the conclusion, and I'm proud of the effort I've made to lead that fight in the United States Congress. Not one American soldier should be killed or maimed or shed their blood or put at risk for the purpose of allowing Iraqi politicians to avoid making their compromises and assuming responsibility for their country. It's that simple. Now, it's been a tortured journey, obviously, to sort of get where we are today. Last summer, in August, I wrote the amendment, and I brought the amendment to the floor to set a timeline for the beginning of the withdrawal and for the ultimate withdrawal of our troops. I remember a front page story in the New York Times that vilified me for doing it. There were backroom chatter that, you know, reporters can always find somebody to stick a knife in you from behind you. And they did. People said, what's Kerry? Why is he doing this? It's a terrible vote for us. We don't want to do this. And criticisms from Democrats that we were forcing Democrats to actually take a position that they were unwilling at that point to take. Well, we had the vote. And I'm proud to say we got, I think it was 13 or 14 senators joined together to say that was the right move. I'm even prouder that come November, 4 months later, 3 months later, that was the closing argument of the Democratic Party. And everybody was then in the position of trying to say, yes, that's what we ought to do. And that's what the American people voted for, was to have a change that began the withdrawal of our troops and the shift of responsibility to the Iraqis. That was democracy at its best. People reclaiming accountability. Again this year, we came to the point where just recently, last month, we had a vote. Russ Feingold and I brought the amendment to the floor in order to make it clear that we should stop funding down the road, which was no different. This wasn't pulling the rug out from under our soldiers, which is always the argument you hear. That's not what we did. What we did was, we gave the president, and some people didn't like the fact that we gave the president this, but we gave an element of discretion at the end of the year if we were going to complete the training, and the training could be completed, and we were actually showing progress, and we were moving down the road, the president had the discretion to be able to leave some troops in order to finish the training. Or the discretion to be able to leave some troops, special forces particularly, to be able to chase Al-Qaeda. Or the discretion to be able to leave some forces to be able to protect American facilities and forces that were doing the two things I just mentioned. That's logical.